In today's lesson, today's writing lesson, we focused on writing a friendly letter. The students and I have really been working on creating wonderful words from boring words. So in part of the classroom, you'll see that we have a closet, and on there is the boring words, and they've helped me create marvelous words out of them, wonderful words. The students worked independently using a graphic organizer to help them structure their writing and help them organize their thoughts down. As the class worked independently, I pulled a small group of students, and I pulled that group of students because they had similar needs, and whether it be the oral language needs that they have, and they also needed help with their sentence fluency and their grammar, their punctuation. Overall, they just need more modeling of what good writing looks like.
So we're gonna work together to write a letter today, okay? And I was thinking that maybe we should get a jump start and write to the star of the week next week. Would you like to do that together? All right, so who's the star of the week?
Shelby.
Shelby is. Shelby's gonna be our star of the week. So we're gonna write a friendly letter to Shelby about being the star of the week, okay? Now, writing to the same person. Who are we writing to?
Shelby.
We're writing to Shelby. And where can I find her name if I don't know how to spell it?
Under S.
Under S on the word wall.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, now when I write Shelby's name, what do I need to start with, guys?
Uppercase letter.
Because it's someone's name. So Ben, we're gonna write that in just a little bit. Don't start writing yet, okay? So we have Shelby. That's who we're writing to. Remember, we want to organize this so it helps us with our writing. Do you know why we're gonna write to Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our letter. What goes first in our letter again? There's the date. So let's go ahead and write the date. What is the date? What's the month, guys?
January.
January. And January is the name of a month. So what kind of letter do I need to use?
Uppercase.
Uppercase. Jan. If I know Ann, I know Jan.
Jan, you.
You.
Heredity.
Aaron. Yes, because at the end of a word, sometimes Y sounds like E.
January.
January. Today is the 29th.
So it's almost the end of...
It's almost the end of January, and it's almost a new month. You're right.
It's my birthday.
And your birthday's gonna come up soon? Woo! Okay, how are we gonna separate the date and the year?
Slash.
Not a slash, but a
Dash.
comma. And the year is 2010. So what goes after that? There's the date. Greeting. What do we say for the greeting? Deer. And not the animal deer, right? Not that one. So uppercase D. And I hear ear. Do you hear ear in deer? E. A. R. Dear Shelby. And again, where are we going to find Shelby if we don't know how to spell it? On the word wall. Shelby's a name, so we need an uppercase letter, just like January. And after Shelby, we're going to write another comma in. Okay? So how should we start our letter? When we start letters, do we just say
Hi. Hi.
We have to say hi. It's kind of like when you walk in a room, right? So let's write hi. Hi. Uppercase H. And how am I going to end that sentence? Do I want to say hi or hi?
I said hi.
Exclamation point.
Hi.
What do you sometimes say after you say hi to someone?
Shelby.
And then we ask what?
How are you?
How are you? Boys and girls.
Uppercase letter.
Punctuation.
Uppercase letter.
Got it. Uppercase letter. How? O-W. And leave a space between the words. R. R is a word. What word? R. You. Can you read that out loud again? How are you? What do you hear your voice doing? What do you hear your voice doing? Is it going up? Because are we asking her something or are we telling her something? We're telling her, how are you? Or we're asking her, how are you?
Asking.
Asking. So what do I end that sentence with?
Question mark.
Question mark. Wonderful. Now let's go back to reading. So it's okay that we didn't finish our letter today. I'm going to give you more time to write more onto your letter.
Yeah, because I'm going to write to somebody else.
So what I would like you to do is I would like you to think of one more compliment on your own, okay? I want you to think of one more compliment for Shelby on your own. I would like you to write that on your paper. When you're done, we're not going to finish the letter today. You're just going to write one more compliment. When you're done, you may take something from the basket to read it out loud and check your work. Because when you don't read it out loud, and you just say it in your head, what do your ears do? They get stubborn, don't they? They say, I'm not going to help you. Right? What are they asking you to do? They ask you, read it out loud. Read it out loud. Read it out loud. Yes. So after you write your sentence, your one sentence, you may use use the microphone or the listening tube. And I have which fingers to read it to reread it out loud.
There's a white one too.
I do.
That's red.
Friends in the classroom, I love hearing your voices, and I can tell that you are reading your work out loud. Good for you. Keep it up. Make sure you use a what? A whisper. Okay, so Alexa, tell me what you're supposed to do after this. The microphones, okay?
Dear Shelby.
I'm gonna come around and look at your sentences.
January 29, 2010.
And at the end of the word, what letter makes the E sound when it's at the end? There you go. Do I have any friends that would like to share? Any friends that would like to share? Come on up, sir.
129/10.
You put the microphone now. I'll do this.
Dear Thomas, Ice Age was my all-time favorite movie. I have two of the movies. Maybe when you are older, you can see them. I already saw one with my family. Love, Brandon.
All right, give him a hand. Could we pay Mr. Brandon a compliment? Mr. Brandon, come on up. Stay right here so you can receive your compliments. What compliment can we give Brandon about his letter?
His letter was outstanding.
What was outstanding about it, sir?
When there was like no mistakes.
And when there were no mistakes that you heard? Okay. Reflecting back on today's lesson, when I think about my independent writers who were sitting alone, I was really proud of them and the work that they were able to produce when I look back at their writing. I'm proud of them because we've used graphic organizers before in a different genre, writing for information, and they were able to transfer their knowledge of using the graphic organizer to writing a letter. And I think they used it really effectively. When I think of my small group that I pulled, I was really glad that I pulled them. It was a pretty slow start in the beginning, but it just reinforces the fact that we really needed to pull them because they needed help with their oral language. But I think most importantly, the reason why I'm proud of my students is when we were sitting on the rug having our author's chair, I asked them, do you feel like you're a good writer? And they said, yes, I feel like a great writer. And it really shows when they were sharing their writing.